Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
This is your place for all things automotive, the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, the famous Department of Public Safety State Trooper, Sergeant Master Stephen Woodard.
There you go.
Later in the segment, Mr. Mars has This Week in Auto History. Jeff has the racing calendar. I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars from Neaterville, Texas. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Hey, thanks so much for joining us for our Saturday live broadcast. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. I guess he's in Houston, Texas. Let's just get him up right now, shall we? It's Department of Public Safety State Trooper, Mr. Sergeant Stephen. Where is he? There he is.
There he
Hey,
is.
I promise you I'm not in a jail cell. I'm just kind of using my background here.
You're doing what now?
I said, I promise you I'm not in a jail cell. I'm just kind of switching backgrounds. I was looking for a Mardi Gras background, but I can't figure it out.
You don't go to Mardi Gras except to arrest people.
Hey, I will tell you, I have some beads.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. How did you get those beads is the question.
Yeah, as he was making the arrest, sir, you can't take those to jail.
Or maybe you can.
Or maybe you can, depending on the color and where you are.
Well,
I mean, the purple ones in New Orleans work, you know?
yes, sir.
Purple
Well,
and green.
I tell you, my friend, and it's so good to see you, Don, and Brother Jeff and Mike. You know I love you, baby. We're down here in Galveston, actually. We're on task force right now just to make sure that this 2-week celebration is safe. Right now, I mean, let's see, we're supplying about 20 troopers per day to help out to make sure the travel is safe. And I will tell you, Mardi Gras is always a safe event overall because it's a collaborative safety event with a lot of different law enforcement agencies that come down, including HPD and others, to help out the Galveston Police Department because they're very, obviously Galveston is a happening town, but their police department is extremely small. So we help them every year. Been doing it for over 30 years, and just happy to be down here. And last night was the beginning, and hey, everything was safe. I can't say that we did not arrest any DWIs because we did, but overall, safe travels for everybody. So far, so good, my friends. So far, so good.
Do they have you spend the night in a little tent on the beach, or do you have an actual motel room somewhere?
You know, that would be nice. I think next week, during the actual main festivities, I'll probably stay down, but I'm commuting back and forth to the house. Obviously, we don't have a task force going for Super Bowl, but just kind of stay in an area just in case, folks want to take their celebration a little bit too far.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's always nice to see the uniform. It kind of keep you in the reel.
Yeah, that's it. Well, hey, we're family, and I appreciate you guys inviting me through the years. Hey, if you don't mind, Brother Don, I had the opportunity to work with, through your connection, obviously through probably the best traffic man really in the United States, your partner. I mean, let's just be honest here.
Sky Mike?
Sky Mike, we did some work. That's why I reached out to you, and we did some work during the ice storm. And man, what a cool dude! Funny dude.
He and quite the character too. He kind of fits the bill, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But
yeah, he's a great guy.
But BUT, there is no other voice of silk other than God himself and the man in the sky.
Hey, and I don't know why you're trying to make points with me, because you don't have to. You just got to be you. That's all.
Do you know how they make silk?
Yeah.
Yeah, with worms. Yeah, there's that.
That's right.
And where it
That's right.
comes from? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you guys something? Have you been seeing in your neighborhoods or around these mini pocket bikes, is what the state law calls them, but these mini electric bikes that some of the kiddos are riding around on?
Yes,
It's funny you should say that,
Christmas.
because I was in where was I? I saw I was at Los Tios.
Yeah.
And they had the three of them. They had to be junior high school kids. And I thought, man, I wish I had that back in the day. Yeah. But, I built my own motorbike from a lawnmower edger motor, And that was my transportation, my hoodlum days back in when I was in junior high school. But these new electric ones, they're really cool, but they're also very dangerous because you can't see them.
Very
And
dangerous.
you can't hear them.
You can't hear them, and to be honest with you, I will tell you they're illegal. I don't know, Jeff, if you've seen this big push that the Fort Bend County law enforcement officials have pushed out, that they're just not road legal. Now, what makes one road legal is if it has pedals. But who in the world wants an electric bike with pedals?
A moped.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, we purchased the little boy of mine. We purchased him one for Christmas, and I mean he has some very strict rules, which he hates. But they're just not street legal. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, brother Mike. That thing will roll. You can adjust the speed on it, and I mean it's just too fast and unsafe to be on the road. It really up under state law, it's called a mini pocket bike. And when you go to it, the state law describes it describes it with two sentences, and in the end it says not street legal. So we just want folks to be safe. We understand we don't want to be the bummer to someone's good time. But I'm going to tell you right now, Don, I just don't want a fatality to occur because it's just a little mini pocket bike versus a Ford F-250. It's not gonna be a good deal.
Are you seeing any of those down on the island?
None on the island per se, but we're seeing them mostly within residential areas, the neighborhoods. Now on the island, there's some specific rules and ordinances in place for golf carts. So you see a lot of golf carts,
right,
and those different types of apparatuses. But we're talking about right here at home, and we're just trying to reduce that.
Have you seen
over here.
Have you seen the video with the guy riding the Skyjack with the beer keg underneath him and he getting pulled over and he wouldn't come down? And they had to arrest him.
That's one of the videos that I used when I'm teaching at the academy. It'll last me another 20 years. Hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hilarious. Hey, let me ask you this, fellas, and I know this other than Jeff, Don and Mike, you guys been out of school a long time.
What?
Well, thank you for reminding me of
Yeah.
that because I don't even remember
It's
it
a
anymore.
one-room school.
Yes, sir.
One
I
room
will tell
schoolhouse.
you, when you go to not elementary, let me get the statistic right. When you go to a middle school or a high school high school principal's office, and this obviously this is live and this is for the archives. Whoever looks at this, they'll agree with me. You look at either one of the left or right desk drawers, you're going to find vape pens with an S. I will tell you, my friends, the boys' restroom should not smell like strawberries. And there's a huge vaping problem within our school system when it comes to our kiddos. And it's starting as young as the middle school age, because I'm getting this information straight from the Katy Independent School District Police Department. I will tell you, with this vape epidemic, not only are kids being exposed to unfortunate chemicals that can tie into improper brain function, but you never know. We don't want a child to get involved in some type of substance where it has fentanyl or any other dangerous substance that's applied to it. Please monitor your children. I know nobody wants to go around checking backpacks and all that, but as I said yesterday at a school meeting over in a little town in not Bowling, but in Beasley, I tell you, our children spend more time with their teachers than they do with us, the parents. So theoretically, they're at school, and an idle mind will wander, and peer pressure is there. So what we're starting to see, Don, a lot of your younger drivers that are getting these DUIs because if they're driving under the influence, whether they're over the limit or not, even though they're exposed, they're getting these DUIs from the vaping exposure, marijuana exposure, and of course alcohol, but mostly it's the vaping. And I'm telling you, it's a huge problem, especially with our kiddos.
And
Yeah,
back in my junior high school days, the only thing that was in the upper right hand drawer of the principal's desk would have been the clacking teeth, the wind up clacking teeth. The fake teeth. Yeah,
That's
those.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Yep,
right.
those vape shops pop up any place that there's a vacant building. They pop up, and I understand the concept that you're an adult at 21, you want to go in there and buy something. But when I see kids that I know, I see their cars sitting in front of it, and they're 16, 17 years old. I even went in, got some ad one day. I went in
Yes.
and asked the guy. I said, "Why are you selling this to an underage kid?" He said, "I'm
Yes.
not." I said, "Did you check his ID?" "Well, no."
Yep. Yep.
I said, "Well, I'm
I'll tell
telling you, that's a 17-year-old you just sold that to."
now with DPS, we have a division called the Regulatory Service where we go around and we make sure that pharmacists and these side business pharmacist companies that they're doing the proper thing. But we're starting to really look into a lot of these smoke shops, if you will, and again, it's bleeding into the schools. And I know when he was in school, him and his classmate Moses, when they were doing their thing, a lot of this stuff wasn't out here.
Right.
Please don't get me Don, because Don's thinking, and Don's good when it comes. Don, forgive me on that one. I'm sorry.
Touche.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly
That was a good
okay.
one there.
But I will tell you, it's a problem. So just be mindful, have those discussions with our kiddos, and at the end of the day, it's going to take all of us to make sure that we have a proper world. Real quick, CDL drivers, commercial motor vehicle drivers. So I will tell you, and I got to get you over here, Don, so you can see this one morning. We have a chance. So when we're doing the commercial driver's license test, a lot of times the attendants, they're out there doing first. There's a verbal test where the individual that's driving the 18-wheeler, if you will, he has to actually show the attendant that he can properly inspect the vehicle. Well, what we have generally is about 30, sometimes 50 yards away, you'll have citizens with binoculars, and they're actually looking at the actions before they take their next test. And you will not believe how many people fail that commercial driver's license test. One of the biggest chapters, and I don't have to go into the chapters, but I will tell you, is just the safety inspection. And we just don't pass folks. So I will say this: if you see an individual driving an 18-wheeler, if you will, or a commercial motor vehicle, box truck or whatever, keep in mind they've earned that thing, and they have to continue to earn it by way of they have to turn in a medical certificate to make sure that they're healthy to operate, and just a plethora of other things. And it's hard to get that. It's hard to get it. It really is hard to get it, and it's hard to maintain it. But I will tell you, the Texas Department of Public Safety, we mean business, and we want our truck drivers to make sure that they're in compliance and that they're traveling from point A to point B safely. Because our commercial driving wrecks, they're going up here in the state, and we're starting to beef up a little bit. So, with that being said, as you're driving, if you're going out of town, especially if you're going to Baytown, as you go out towards Beaumont, you'll see our inspection stations. They're going to be open more frequent. You go out towards Sealy on the west side, open. I got one over on 59 that I have control over, going down towards Wharton, because when the light is on, when that inspection light is on, they're mandated to pull in and get inspected. If they don't, then that's a Class C misdemeanor.
Do you do weight inspections there too?
So yes, we do weight inspect. So they're all over, but the ones that are up under me is the one in the on 288 in Brazoria County near Angleton,
Yeah.
the one in Wharton near El Campo, and I have a little small one over there in Sealy. Well, it's not small; it's pretty large, and they're all over. And I will tell you, when the light's on, those guys are mandated to pull in because we're checking.
Well, I can
weight.
tell you that from
Yes.
experience, I will tell you that, when I was working for the drag racing team, we had a couple of 18-wheelers, and one of them held the cars and the engines and all that stuff, and it was constantly getting tickets for being overweight. Now, that may not be a big deal to most people, but, you got all that weight behind you. You can't stop that thing.
Yes. You just can't. And weight, speed, and a combination of just not paying attention, it brings a disaster. Now people got to hear your commentary from the air, and they got to see us out there working. And I will tell you, anytime that there's a commercial motor vehicle crash, the roadway is going to be shut down for a very long time.
Yeah. Well, by the way, I want to compliment you guys because I noticed that you're getting more and more involved in these 18-wheeler wrecks that I cover from the air, and I'm glad to see that because it kind of speeds things up as a rule when you've got the local police and you guys on scene. And Steve, with that, I'm going to leave you and let you know that there is another. It wasn't just Moses, but another man that started with the letter M, and his name was Methuselah, and that's
his cousin.
And that's the man that I was. That's who
Yes,
I
sir.
kind of aspired to.
I just want to point something out. I was never in the principal's office, so
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Steve, it's great to see you.
Yeah,
my
you'd be looking
friend.
for that lightning bolt there.
Yeah, there's that.
Thank you,
There's
John. I
that.
appreciate it. Hey, if you come down to Mardi Gras, hey, if you need us, any of our listeners, you need something, need some direction, need some help, give us a call. Any friend of In Wheel Time is a friend of DPS.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
sir.
It's great to see you, my friend. We love you. Take care.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Love you too. Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Bye-bye.
You bet. Hey, In Wheel Time invites you to join our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon on inwheeltime.com. Facebook and YouTube. We hope you'll check us out. If you miss us, you'll be able to connect with us through our podcast from your favorite podcast channel. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
And today's racing calendar is sponsored by the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. Jeffrey?
Thank you for that. Well, we've got NASCAR coming up, and that's going to be starting February 13th, which is next Saturday. The Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium ran this past Wednesday. It was.
And Jeff had some ugly things to say last night.
I watched
with
it
the tequila.
all of about 10 minutes. It was just bad. They went over an hour into the next programming.
Why did they make that
It
such a big
snowed.
race? Because that is a local racetrack.
It's a quarter-mile oval, and every time you turn the car, you're hitting somebody.
Yeah.
And it was just, to me, it was terrible. They need to do better on that. But it's coming up February 12th, the American 250 Florida Duel, and then, of course, the 15th is the Daytona 500. You got trucks, you got cars, you got the Xfinity boys, and then you've got got my paper mixed up, Formula One coming up, and I actually joined the Cadillac site on Facebook for Formula One.
It took Cadillac to bring Jeff into the Formula One fold, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You'll never hear the end of
You
it.
see that? You can see that there. Formula One's coming up. That's going to be, well, they've already done the testing, but you've got some more stuff coming up in February. Next weekend, you got IndyCar coming up. NHRA is in March. And one thing that's really popping on the internet is it's at the racetrack here in Houston. It's coming up today, as a matter of fact. It's probably running this afternoon. It's the Wiener Dog races.
The Wiener Dog races
Wiener Dog
or the
race-
Wiener Mobile races?
Wiener Dog races. The Wiener Dog last year's
Actual
winner.
dogs?
Actual Wiener Dogs. Last year's winner won by 6 inches. So,
Dash hounds.
Yeah, I think that too. So, Wiener Dog races. Go check it out.
Well, as a matter of fact, if you remember correctly, I think that we saw last week that the Oscar Mayer Wiener Company is going to have the Oscar Mayer 500, the Wienermobile 500,
Right.
prior to the Indy 500.
Yep, that happens every year, but this is low on the part of the lower track. But there also there's a lot of stuff going on. You got the snowmobile racing coming up, still going on. You got the mushers ready to go for the Iditarod. Good stuff.
Do you watch that stuff?
If I could find it, I would watch it.
Yeah.
But I found Bowman, and that was.
Let me ask you something. What has happened to our car channel? They used to have all sorts of stuff.
Well,
it's all gone.
I did look into that. It's Turbo owns it now. It's a company called Turbo. When all the Motorcraft and Motor Trend, all that, they all sold out because of online streaming. They wouldn't get anybody to watch the TV. The only one that's really left is the guy that with the Mopars up in Seattle or Oregon. I think he's still on.
Graveyard Cars.
Graveyard Cars.
I love that show.
You know, I didn't like the guy at first, but actually his humor is getting me because he's got a lot of dry humor.
Oh, yeah.
And he's actually kind of funny.
He's a nut
He
job.
berades his people, and they berate him back.
Oh,
So,
yeah, exactly.
they
Especially
give it
the
back to him.
painter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and then with Kindig, that was more of the network couldn't get enough viewers, so he just went about building his own cars and doing this. He's still very productive and still very successful. It's just that you don't watch it anymore.
Yeah, a lot of that was on the Discovery Channel. And
Right.
that's all tied up into some sort of buyout between Netflix and,
Right.
and Time Warner.
Why
and
don't we start our
whatever.
own network?
I thought we did. I thought this is it.
Well, it is it. And we're going to take over the world one day. But I think we just call it the Car Channel.
Car channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Work on that, Mike.
Yeah. Let me
Or
write
the
that
In-Wheel
down.
Time Channel.
In real time car channel. There you go.
All right. I've got some news stories. Is anybody interested?
Sure.
Sure.
China banned concealed door handles on electric vehicles,
heard that.
becoming the first country in the world to outlaw a design popularized by Tesla that is now facing global regulatory scrutiny following a spate of deadly incidents.
What?
Cars sold in China will be required to have mechanical releases on both the inside and the outside, according to new safety rules issued by the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology on February 2nd. The ruling will take place January 1st of next year, the ministry said. Models that have already been approved by the regulator and are in the final stage of launching in China have until January of 2029 to change their design. Crackdown follows several high-profile incidents, including 2 fiery Xiaomi EV crashes in China, where power failures were suspected to have prevented doors from opening, leaving people unable to escape or be rescued to die. While the new regulation will only impact EVs sold in China, the country's influence on the global automotive industry means it could resonate elsewhere. Tesla's doors are already the target of a safety probe in the U.S., while European regulators are considering imposing their own rules.
And that's a hot item on resto mods and things. Make that door flush.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, the Kindig handles, I think, they think that they're mechanical,
Right.
and so they're okay,
Right.
Yeah, a
But
flush
Because you have
mount.
to push them. Yeah,
The
push
flush
mount,
mounts,
flush mount.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of them is really, the button up underneath the fender well kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. There's no reason, really. Volkswagen Group plans by 2030 to build most of the vehicles it offers in China
All right.
on its new electronic architecture platform developed with EV maker Xpeng. The architecture enables VW to develop cars up to 30% faster and 40% cheaper than with the automaker's German-developed MEB platform, thanks to centralized control units and increased in-house component production, according to company officials. And let's not forget the robots are coming.
Yeah.
Porsche considering shelving the 718 electric sports car line to cut costs that have ballooned due to its overly ambitious EV bet, according to people familiar with the matter. New CEO Michael Leiters may scrap the planned 718 line of Boxster and Cayman EVs because of development delays and rising expenses. They wouldn't say who said that, but you know darn good and well that's true. The gasoline version of the two models for years proved a relatively affordable path to owning a Porsche, with starting prices around $82,000.
Whoa.
They were discontinued last year. So,
Wow.
speaking of Volkswagen, Volkswagen of America's return as an advertiser during the Super Bowl telecast for tomorrow evening for the second time in 3 years will be bolstered with a familiar message. Drivers wanted. Remember that from years back? The German mass market brand, in the midst of a challenging U.S. sales skid, launched the new Drivers Wanted campaign February 3rd with a 90-second spot. VW said a 30-second version will run in the second half of the Super Bowl. The game between the Seahawks and the Patriots, slated to start at 5:30 Houston time tomorrow. VW joins Toyota and Cadillac as the only automakers with confirmed spots. Rather than shell out millions of dollars for 30 seconds of airtime along with production costs, many automakers are seeking more value with their media buys, and we're right here to take your ad dollar.
Yeah, Cadillac's going to introduce the livery for the Formula One.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, introduce the car.
Will they show you the car?
I believe so, but I think I've seen it. It's, a side view of it. There's not a lot of markings. It looks cool, but we'll see.
Well, it's not going to look that much different than the other ones.
No, it's not much different, but there's a few design features.
Yeah.
And evidently they're struggling with this, the hybrid part of it.
VW's U.S. sales totaled $329,000 in 2025, a decline of 13%.
It's a lot.
It marked the first yearly decline since 2022. The chairman of the VW Dealer Council, Fred Emick IV, said return on sales has been a struggle for retailers, and the retail network remains frustrated by the lack of hybrid vehicles and VW Group's embrace of Scout Motors, which is pursuing direct-to-consumer sales. That's going to be a hot button for years to come, and it's still a hot button with Tesla. They don't have a presence at the Houston Auto Show because it's the Houston Auto Dealers Association. Right. They don't have any dealers. Yeah. It's a buy direct kind of thing, and Scout is going to try to go that. Huh?
Lucid
Motors, yeah. And, I guess there's something to be said with that kind of buying structure. I don't know. But it's a fixed price and whatever.
I know the Tesla operation there on 59 south of here, it's a little strange. You don't see a lot of things going on out in the general public, but I guess in the back in the service department.
Can you still go there to make a test drive?
If you can get in. The last time I was there, I had free walking around the showroom, but there was nobody in there.
Mars, you're going to have to do either a limited auto history, because I completely forgot you and you didn't say anything, and it's all your fault.
We were on a flow.
We were on a flow, and
flowing.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess it all up, but I did.
Apologies.
All right, so we're going to take a break.
Right.
Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, the In Wheel Time show will wrap up things right after this break.
Why?
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, Facebook, and podcasts available from your favorite go-to source, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including driving destinations, Jeff's car culture, latest car news, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's all on InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at inwheeltime.com. We're always looking for new, informative, and great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you've got an idea, event, road trip, or tall tale you'd like us to feature, let us know. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Real Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Real Time app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store. We can stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InRealTime.com. The In Real Time video coordinator is we always need more Jeff Zekin. The booking agent and video editor, Mike Out of This World Mars, and chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to our weekly show contributors, Jeff Heitzman, and a Get Well ASAP to buddy, grade school friend, and high school partner, George Skelton. Get well, George. We look forward to you joining us again next week. And for you, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Go whatever football team you want to win. So long for now. We'll see you next week.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.